My stream has audio. Did you fix it? Okay.
Just, yikes. Thanks for sticking with me, everybody. Didn't know we didn't have audio till now.
My stream has audio.
You should look at Kel's stream to find out all of our discussion about how gay Beastars is.
Oh,
Answer.
huh.
Real gay.
The stream seems to have I have Kel's stream on too, but that seems to have dropped also. Weird.
Oh. Why don't we have any audio tonight? We even tested it. Weird.
It says that like my bars are going up and down. Weird.
For me, it had reset the audio input for some reason. It was trying to have my output go through my microphone and my input through the headset, which is weird. It hasn't done before.
That's very silly. So usually mine has like green bars that tell me if the audio is coming in okay.
Right, but it's nothing?
And it's telling me that it's coming in. That's weird.
Actually, I should have a...
I don't know. What's up?
This is
I'm getting my audio. Like, I unmuted my stream and I'm getting my audio. Alina, you say something.
Hey, everybody. We're still drawing and talking. I don't know why I did a radio announcer voice for no reason there.
Yeah, I'm hearing my audio on my stream.
Okay.
Not getting in stereo. I don't know what that means. But yeah. My stream says that there's audio, and I listened to it.
Maybe it's just a weird OBS thing, or something going on with Twitch tonight.
Getting both left and right channels. Well, I don't know. Yeah, so it should be coming in okay. All my levels say that it's good on my end.
Anyway, TLDR, if you haven't seen the heavy gay subtext in Beastars, there's some videos about it that can talk about it for a while, as we've been talking about it.
If you haven't understood that there's gay subtext in Beastars, you might be watching a different show.
Yeah. It's not even real subtext. It's like, whew. They wrestled in the shower and then Koshi ate his leg.
Okay, so it's basically, it seems like they're getting audio from one stream but not the other randomly. So it might be Firefox on their end.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. Sorry.
As long as you can get some audio, you can maybe kind of hear some of what's going on. Oh, it says Stomab says finally hearing audio now, so hopefully we're okay.
No. I don't know. We need someone else to come in and say if there's audio or not.
What?
Okay, Nightly Elf says that they're getting both channels.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it might be a Kaito having issues.
I may pause on this bagpiper for a bit because I need to look up some reference.
But thank you for chiming in, Nightly Elf, for our brief tech support thing.
This This is a tailless dragonborn. So I had a tail originally inked in, but I don't think he needs it. But I am going to switch over to this one, which is super fun, which is a different dragonborn and his budgie brother. I couldn't resist this commission because, like, I will draw budgies anytime, day or night. They're great.
Oh, this is a thing that I thought about recently. Was so ages ago I got like a very long angry comment / essay. Was that Sorcery 101 is incorrectly named because Danny is not a sorcerer, he is a wizard for blah 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 reasons.
Right, because D&D reasons.
Because D&D rules say this is what a wizard and this is what a sorcerer is.
Yes.
And now that I know enough about D&D, if I ever get an angry reply like that again, I can respond. I can respond, well, you're wrong, because clearly by D&D rules, Danny is a warlock. He has magically been granted more power than human by a magic connection with Seth. He's a warlock. Like, he's a shitty warlock, but he is still a warlock. If we go by D&D rules.
Good. I have been asked to run a D&D LARP at a kid's birthday this weekend for one of my friend's kids. And I think I will end up, because there's not a lot of time to plan, like it's this weekend, rather than adapting D&D, I am going to run Wanderhome, which is a fairly rules-less system for some 10-year-olds, and that'll be really interesting and fun.
I feel like less rules will go over better with 10-year-olds.
I think so. I think this is going to be just a big game of let's pretend that I am vaguely adjudicating, and then they can run around for a while until it is time for cake. But Wanderhome has some very, very, very elegant character creation rules, so you can like throw together a character in no time, and without having to roll any dice or do any numbers. So that'll be real good for a party of hopped up on sugar 10-year-olds.
Good.
Yeah.
Because they weren't going to listen to any rolls anyway.
No, come on, no. There.
I found out Joe's sister is really into LARP.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, I hadn't talked to her in a while, so I caught up with her at Joe's wedding.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's become a ginormous LARP nerd.
Huh. Boffer LARP or theater LARP? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know enough about LARP to ask those questions.
Is she running around throwing things or hitting people with padded sticks, or is she standing in a room pretending to be a vampire?
I think it's more she is making various costumes for friends that LARP.
Oh, interesting.
So
cool.
Because she didn't talk to me about LARPing actually, but like being involved in the LARP community.
Right. There are two very, very different LARP communities. The theater and the Boffer LARPers are different scenes. But I am very firmly on the theater side of that.
Yeah.
Equation. Not for lack of trying. I went and hung out at a Boffer LARP day, and everyone there was obnoxious to me, so I left. And I'm trying not to hold that against all Boffer LARPers, but this particular group in this particular town I was in was very get good and like not very newbie friendly. So I was like, well, you guys are jerks. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Any sort of thing where get good is the answer is like, no.
Yeah, okay, bye. See you later.
Yeah.
See you not at all.
RimWorld, a new
Yeah.
mod that I've been waiting for came out for it. And now I can make hybrid mutant animals.
Hell yes.
So I'm gonna make wolf cows and wolf chickens and
Good. So you can have your
wolf
attack
cats
beasts, but also
and wolf bears and
get some cheese.
uh
I guess the cheese is part
wolf
of a mod too,
everything.
isn't it?
Yeah, cheese is part of a mod.
Yeah, I like the cheese
So
mod.
you
I have a whole cheese room.
yeah. If you combine it with the weird hybrid creatures,
You can have some
so
human cheese.
well,
Delicious.
a wolf cow makes hairy milk,
Oh,
and
good.
so you can turn it into hairy cheese.
Hairy cheese.
Um,
My favorite.
and various other things that sound disgusting.
Oh, good. Good. I mean, that whole mod is just so weird. I love it. I love it a lot.
There is spider cheese. I don't think the spiders are milkable just yet. I'm sure that give it time
Someone will figure out a
and
way to milk a spider.
someone will figure out how to milk the spiders. Right now, the spiders are just people use them to like farm silk.
Yeah.
So it's like
So you can
having
make all
these
that good
big,
silk
enormous,
items.
yeah, having these big giant spiders and just using them to get mountains of silk.
Nice.
I currently in my game I am building up to it, but as of right now, the mad scientists that I made for it, they have discovered magic cows.
Ooh,
So they don't have wolf hybrids yet, but they have magic cows. So
good. Gotta have magic cows so you can have that magic cheese.
exactly. So and they give me magic wool too, because they're actually
Nice.
magic yaks.
Good. See, I like magic yaks. All yaks are
They're
kind of
kind of
magical.
green. They're kind of green.
Nice.
So that's nice. They might have psychic powers.
Yo, it's Two-Spirit Trickster.
Or
How you doing?
or maybe drinking their milk will give you magic powers.
Oh, good.
I have to experiment
Is
with
this also
this.
the mod that lets you mutate people into furries?
Okay, they're separate mods, but they do
Yes,
work together.
they do, as I recall.
Um, so right now, my people worship wolves.
Good, because
Obviously.
ideology. Ideology
Yeah.
is so fun.
So wolves are a venerated animal, which means
Yep.
we can't kill wolves, but we have 2 pet wolves that when we started, and now we have 10 because they keep having puppies.
Of course.
So we'll have enough wolf DNA when we finally get the technology to make wolf hybrids.
Good.
But because I have both the turn people into furries and ideology, you can have one of your ideology celebrations, like you get a reward if it goes well. And one is like your people randomly mutate to be part whatever their holy animal is.
Oh, good.
So every time they have a religious party, they get more wolf life.
Excellent. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I suspect my brother is in the chat. Hello.
Hello, Alina's brother.
I think I know that username.
My funniest game, like when ideology first came out and I realized that you could do that with Pawn Morpher.
Yes.
I immediately made a joke game where the religion was yiffers. And in ideology expanded, one of the things that you can make is you can make your religion hedonists as one of the tenets.
Lovely. Good.
And if you do that, one of your celebrations can be an orgy.
Yes, good.
So that combined with Pawn Morpher, and you get every time we have an orgy, we become more animal.
Somebody may turn into a wolf.
Or any animal.
Good.
Because, like I said, this was Yippers, so I just put all the animals are holy.
Good.
Everyone is going to get
excellent.
random mutations every time there's an orgy.
Love it. I did that. I don't think it was the hedonist one, though. It was the one that makes them just smoke weed all the time.
Oh, the High Life.
The High Life, yes, that was fun.
I believe what it's called, yeah.
That was my Hindu space hippies.
Yeah.
Who, like I always do when I set up a RimWorld colony, basically just brew beer and smoke pot in space, and like they do not want to fight.
Well, I always try to make a zoo and have one of every animal.
Good. But mostly wolves.
Mostly wolves.
Or yaks. I like the magic yaks.
Yeah, so that's a different mod. It's called Anima Animals, because there's the Anima tree, which meditating under it gives you psychic powers.
Oh, cool.
And Anima Animals they're animals that hung out near the magic tree too much.
Oh, right.
So there's Anima Yaks, Anima Bears, Anima Thrumbos, Anima Wargs, Anima Foxes.
Good.
And Anima Muffalos. So yaks wandered in, and we successfully tamed all the Anima yaks in the area, and now they're safe in our base.
The Anima Thrumbo is neat.
Yeah.
Does
we
that
could
stack?
Not successfully tame the Thrumbo.
Yeah. Does that stack with the druids or the dryads that you get as part of the We're the Space Hippies one?
So the dryads are in. You can have anyone have dryads.
Cool.
And there's a mod that combines the anima tree with whatever the magic tree that makes dryads is.
Nice.
So I did that
magic
too.
Animals that go and hang out around there.
So I did
Keep
that
your dryads
because
happy.
I only need one magic tree on my base. I don't need
yeah.
Two different types of magic trees. Yeah.
I like the dryads, but the you must pray around them for like all of your day is a little unsustainable.
Yeah.
But there's a mod that lets you pray for less time and still keep your dryads happy. Or you can just straight up cheat, which is fun.
Yeah. So what I do with my mad scientist crew is it's a custom startup that I made, which is 10 people.
Yep.
And I give every one of them, they have one stat maxed out.
Nice, yep.
At the beginning. So they're useless at everything except for the one thing that's their job.
Good. And then you can set them to just to do that. Just do this one thing, person.
And yeah, good time.
This is a very cute little budgie guy. I like drawing budgies.
Nightly Elf asked me a while ago, do they not realize that your world is not D&D? Nightly Elf, you'd be surprised how many people get mad when other things don't follow the same rules as a different thing that they like more.
Yup.
Because I have gotten Danny is not a sorcerer a couple of times. But even more frequently, I get people that are like, that's not how real werewolves work. And they are referring to
whatever book series they follow of werewolves.
They're usually referring to like White Wolf shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I have informed multiple people that I have been biased against White Wolf.
Here's the thing about White Wolf. So I love White Wolves, werewolves. They are giant eco-terrorists, which is great. It's also one of the few games that came out of the 90s where you can play somebody indigenous, which is also great. And basically, so if you play one of the indigenous tribes of werewolves, you are a giant unkillable eco-terrorist who can fuck up the pipelines, and that's just the best thing in the world. However, they have named them all in very unfortunate things that I cannot repeat, because I will not say the name of that creature. And also there's other very, very problematic things with their write-ups of native people. For example, that particular tribe can do a ritual in which they banish all intoxication out of a target, because, native people drink a lot. Which is pretty racist for a bunch of white game designers in the 90s to have written into a game. But there it is. However, literally in Saskatoon, when I was playing in the games there, like, every native LARPer played that tribe, because you gotta play the native werewolves. So yeah, I have a complicated relationship with that game. But I do enjoy the giant unkillable eco-terrorist werewolves. That's just fun. That's just a very fun thing to play.
It's ruined for me forever because of assholes on the internet.
Oh, for sure. Well, and the fact that you write a werewolf comic, so now everyone must tell you about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my werewolf opinions. I mean, it's not all of my werewolf opinions. I have many more.
I mean, I'm always full of werewolf opinions.
That's kind of our thing. That's kind of why we're here.
Yeah. What are your feelings on werewolves eating chocolate?
I think it's silly that they would die of it, but I also love it. I love it from stories where they can't eat chocolate because wolves can't eat chocolate.
I hate it. I hate it so much because I'm like, that's not how this works. Dogs not being able to eat chocolate, like, it's based on how big the dog is.
Yeah, actually.
So if your werewolf is ginormous, like,
it would. I mean, that's basically the whole reason that humans can eat avocados.
Yeah.
Is we just have the body mass that they're not dangerous to us. Anything smaller than us is like, oh, don't eat that avocado. That's deadly poison. So yeah, if you were, a ton of meat and fury, you could eat
and then
as much chocolate as you wanted.
A lot of these things with werewolves also have them heal faster.
Yes.
So if they're healing faster, then even if they are a small enough werewolf that chocolate that would give them tummy troubles, they still have like a hyper healing factor, which would negate like yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I frequently hate it. I'm like, no, I'm against this.
What if there are werewolves though in your world? Would they be affected by catnip? Can you get a stoned werebeast?
No, because again, same like hyper healing applies.
Yeah.
Like they would have to have a lot of catnip.
So meth jaguars, not a thing that are gonna happen.
Yeah, they would need to like consume meth at a much higher rate than a human.
It's the dumbest thing about True Blood, and I love it so much. No, well, it's not the dumbest thing about True Blood. It's one of many, but I love the werewolves.
It's one of many dumb things about True Blood, but nothing says that the were-jaguars can't cook meth.
Yes. They just would not actually get high if they were to eat it. Which maybe makes them real good at cooking it.
That might be an argument for why they cook their own meth, is because they consume it too quickly.
Yeah. And maybe that's why they are not as worried about it, because they're like, look, if our shack explodes, we're were creatures, we'll heal, it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll just take the fire damage.
My werewolves, it's like I said, that hyper healing stuff. So it's like drugs can affect them, but they need to consume way more of any drug. So it hasn't popped up in the City Between, but I was gonna have a character who has severe depression and could benefit from some
Oh
antidepressants,
no.
but that
Oh, buddy.
hypermetabolism,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
yeah,
Oh no.
get ready to feel bad for him.
Yeah. Oh, buddy, you're gonna have to eat just fistfuls of Ativan, son.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Um, and then a thing that I have with City Between Werewolves is their critical thinking gets worse the longer they're in wolf form.
Oh, good.
Um,
Good.
so because like anxiety involves you like thinking about all these things in the future,
Mm-hmm. You
and
could just wolf
critical
out.
thinking like that,
Yeah.
a common thing that happens to werewolves who cannot get any medications to help them with brain chemistry things, is sometimes they just go into the woods and decide to just be a wolf
Good.
and
They're like,
never
look, I
turn
just
back
need a
into a
wolf day.
person.
I just need a wolf day.
No,
Oh,
no,
I need a
I'm
wolf
saying
life now.
like yeah, they're a wolf now.
Gotcha. It's like my brain is too broken. I need to just be a wolf forever.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Lord,
Um,
if that was an option over the past couple years,
yeah.
I would be in the woods. Strangely, global pandemic is not great if you've got OCD and anxiety.
Yeah.
I know you may not have guessed that, but it's a thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be like I still have to work out the details of it, but it's gonna have one of the future City Between stories is Jeff from The Better to Find You With
Mm-hmm.
finds out that a like local urban legend is actually just a werewolf who decided to fuck off and be a wolf for a really long time.
Good.
So it is Jeff pulling them back into being a person.
Ah, screw you, Jeff. He was happy.
Oh, that's debatable because wolves can still be depressed and anxious. It just might
that's
not
true.
be as severe.
Yeah.
Um, uh,
And they don't have to,
so
have Twitter. They can just howl
maybe,
and sniff things.
yeah. And so then like there's gonna be like some how do we help this werewolf readjust to human society because shit has changed since they last had thumbs.
Oh, Wobbin D Wonder Dog. Yes, chocolate for werewolves is like lactose intolerant people treat ice cream. It's just like, this will give me a bit of a tummy ache, but I'm still gonna eat it. I was cooking for my sister once, and I was making scalloped potatoes, and I was like, yo, should I be adding cheese to these? Because, like, everyone in this house is lactose intolerant. And she was like, look, some things are worth the pain. Give me all that cheese. Put maximum cheese on these. And I was like, righto. Because I am from a different background, a different father. I have the gene that allows me to digest lactose, and none of my siblings do. So my superpower is I can drink milk.
My tummy doesn't like nightshade plants.
I feel fortunate that I've got some severe allergies. Don't get me wrong. I cannot be around cats or I will spontaneously combust. But I am pleased that I don't have any culinary ones because I am a gourmand and I like to eat things.
It's not an allergy. I'll just be
Right.
grumbly later.
Oh, gotcha. Whereas, like, my cat allergy has actually landed me in the hospital with severe respiratory problems. Can't be around cats. Do love them.
It's also because my tummy doesn't like nightshade foods. It's like I can tell you how shitty / cheap a tomato product is by how much it upsets my tummy.
Right. You're like, oh, this one's fine. It doesn't have much tomato in it.
Yeah, like cheap shitty pizza.
Oh, it's good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, let's bring on the shittiest of pizzas.
Yeah. The pizza sauce I make in the fall when we go to the Okanagan and buy a bunch of tomatoes, not great for you. I will not feed that to you if you are here visiting.
I went and one time people I was with went out for pizza, and it was a fancy enough pizza place that they did not offer cheese pizza, just margarita pizza. And
and you're like, that has maximum tomato.
Yeah. So it was not a fun time.
Ooh. No, I'll go doing the stripes on these wings afterwards, I think. This guy is wearing a shed feather cloak from his brother. The budgie is the dragonborn's brother. And they hang out and do D&Ds together, which is very cute.
Good. I keep thinking, I haven't decided where it's going to happen yet, but I keep thinking about in the city between having a scene where a werewolf and a non-werewolf go to a bar together. Aww. And the werewolf asks, are we drinking to socialize, or are we drinking with the intent to get drunk?
Right, because that is a different amount.
Yeah, I'll just have some beers and not feel anything.
Yeah. But I'll be social. I will be drinking socially.
Yeah. But then we're drinking to get drunk, then I will need your hardest, cheapest liquor. In fact, if you have any moonshine, I'll take that.
Yeah, just give it to me straight. Werewolf at the dentist? Gonna have troubles? But I guess they wouldn't need it because they can just heal.
If someone becomes a werewolf as a kid, they can't have braces.
Good.
Said werewolf that fucked off into the woods. When he's human again, he is missing not the very front two teeth, but the teeth in between the front two teeth and your canines.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I forget what they're called, but both my dad and my brother were born without them.
Oh, interesting.
And so I was like, I am gonna give a character that, so he just has two gaps.
Good.
And unlike my brother and braces. Father, he could not get dental work to get braces to make room for, and then implant fake versions of those teeth.
My brain wants to tell me that this was an Animorphs novel, but I do not think it was an Animorphs plot. There was a story I was reading where the kid could turn into an animal. It was like a YA thing, and I was a teenager, so it was years ago. But I remember the plot being that he got his braces off, and the metal in his teeth had been the only thing keeping him from his first transformation. So as soon as his braces came off, he wolfed out and ran out of the dentist's.
Huh.
Yeah. And I was always like, that's cool. I like that. Also, I had a retainer at that time, and I was like, I need my retainer off to see if I'm secretly a monster. I would like that.
Yeah. We have in your chat, just need werewolf dental chews.
Yes.
And then the teen wolf that frequently has to meet up with Connor in City Between. I gave him a gap in between his two front teeth because he's been a werewolf since he was 10.
Yeah, he did not have time for dental care.
Yeah. Also, I find people with crooked teeth fun to draw. It's I'm going to give everyone janky teeth.
Nice.
You are the chosen one. Medieval at times. No one has good teeth. Let's do it.
Good. I am potentially going to risk the movie theaters tomorrow and go see Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I really want to see in theater.
That, but I'm gonna try to wait for it to be on HBO Max.
Yeah. Whereas my friend Jam went and saw it and was like, this big, if you can see it on the big screen, it's a visual feast. You should go look at it. And I was like, I do desperately want to. I love Michelle Yeoh. And I want to see her in a role where she actually gets to like cut loose and act her heart out, and it's gonna be amazing. But it'll depend on
do you like
our
the
timing
movie
for
theater
tomorrow.
in general? Like even before the pandemic?
I used to love it. Yeah, I like going and seeing on a big screen, but I do not like being in public these days.
Yeah.
So it's become like I'll go, but I hate it. I hate it.
I was never a fan of the theater. I like to. One, I have realized that when I watch something for the first time, I like to watch it alone. So I can think about it before talking to anyone. Because if you go to see a movie with someone in the theaters,
you kind of talk about it on the way afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, immediately afterwards.
Yeah. God, after the Hobbit movies, Lane and I were awake till like 2 a.m. ranting about them.
Yeah, talking about how bad they are.
Yeah, like that was a late night, and we were just so pissed off about it. And we were just like, well, we could stop talking, but we're still mad, so let's just keep talking about it. We're like, what the fuck was that? For those of you who do not know, Lane, my partner, is as big or bigger a Lord of the Rings nerd as Stephen Colbert. And in fact, when we've been watching some of his like interviews with the Hobbits and stuff, he's been like, I know that fact. They're trying to out trick him with this fact, but I know the fact that he does not know. So the Hobbit movies were not his favorite.
So what you're saying is your husband's a nerd.
I mean, we knew that already.
Yeah.
Well established. Met him at a LARP.
Yeah.
Dude writes in Sindarin.
Yeah. Yeah. Joe's a big Lord of the Rings fan, or used to be. I don't know if Joe still cares about Lord of the Rings.
I mean, in my experience, somebody either is like, Lord of the Rings, it's there, or is deeply passionate about it.
Well, like the thing is, it's one of those things where it's like he hasn't been passionate about it for a very long time. Like he used to have that passion. Right. Or they keep fucking that up. But yeah, they used to have that passion, and then just kind
of
other shit and like learning about like movies and things getting made and both Joe and I have stopped seeing MCU movies because we're not getting anything new out of them.
God, I was just thinking about the things that I used to enjoy doing that I haven't done in a very long time, like going to LARPs and going to restaurants, and those are still not things that I would be comfortable doing frequently. And LARPs aren't even really running. Like there was a game a while ago I'd heard was decent, but it has changed hands, and I have not been back. But I miss it. I miss it deeply. I really, really miss having a night to dress up in costumes and pageantry and then go and like do some improv.
I don't like to leave my house. I just want to watch shitty movies. And
was I telling you about VR chat raves? a couple weeks
No.
ago. Oh my god. So, Jam sent me this amazing...
This is the one where you said it was easier because you don't have to get dressed up for a bar.
Yes. You could just VR
Yes.
chat rave in your house.
Yes.
Yes. Very excited about that.
You did tell me about that.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it because the VR equipment is very expensive for something rather silly. But I do like the idea of being able to dance to fun music and not have to leave my house or even get particularly dressed up.
I mean, like, I got that treadmill about a year ago, and I feel like I've definitely stuck with running longer because I have it. Because it's like,
yeah,
just roll out of bed, don't even gotta put on pants.
Nope.
Jump on this thing.
God, yeah. Same here. I mean, we got our workout bike and weights at the start of the pandemic, and like the mental difference between like, okay, have to go downstairs to the gym, or I can just be right here in my house. I can wear pants if I want to. Means I work out much more regularly. Yeah. I need heavier weights though. I'm getting to the point where my current weights are not cutting it for me.
I got the adjustable ones from Bowflex. So
nice.
Until I am above 50 pounds on all my exercises,
you're good.
I don't need bigger, heavier ones.
Nice.
Because it's like they can be either they can be somewhere between 5 and 50 pounds.
Oh, nice. Mine only go up to 15, so I need more.
Yeah.
I need more weight. I'm getting to the point where I'm doing like
to the
ludicrous reps instead of because I don't have a way to increase the weight.
Hold on, I'll send you a link to the ones I bought.
Sweet.
Boop, boop, boop.
Gotta get in shape for con season again.
Gotta get swole.
Gotta get swole. I gotta do 3 cons in under a month, so gonna have to be in good shape.
And then Corey has to do even more than you.
Yeah, because Corey's going to Anthrocon.
Yeah. And Emerald City.
Yeah, I'm doing Emerald City as well. I do San Diego, Gen Con, Emerald City, my 3 biggest shows of the year, all back to back. Whose idea was that? Certainly not mine.
I was telling Corey and Jeff this, in Emerald City's defense, August is the halfway point between their December show.
Yeah, they're just trying to move back to their normal show time.
Yeah.
After their Christmas show. So I get it. I totally get it. But also it's deeply unfortunate timing for anyone who does my exact con schedule, which is basically just me and Sam and Peter.
Yeah.
All of whom I'm sharing a table with at all of those shows, so we get to just see each other get more and more haggard as the weeks go on. I am considering hiring somebody for Gen Con, though, or at least for one of the days, so I can, like, sleep in and catch up on commissions. Not even enjoy it, just like, I would like to sleep in one of the days. I'm certain to need it.
The Game of Thrones spin-off show is going to start soon, and that has led to a whole new batch of crazy conspiracy theories about
your favorite thing to look at on the internet.
Fire. Yeah, my favorite thing to read on Reddit. That and the anti-work. Like, those are the things I read on Reddit. The anti-work channel, and, like, here's my batshit insane theory about A Song of Ice and Fire.
Good.
Also, apparently the Wheel of Time TV show on Amazon bombed.
Oh, good.
And that does not surprise me at all because I watched the first episode and it bad.
Weird
but
gender
I also
magic.
hadn't read the books, so
Yeah.
I don't know how people who really like Wheel of Time felt about the show.
Right. I am concerned for the Lord of the Rings TV show on Amazon. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Gotta draw this guy getting the shit kicked out of him.
Cool. Well, I'm just coloring some budgies.
He's mad because this girl is better at fighting than him.
Good. Is he the chosen one or is she?
They're both the chosen one.
Oh, good.
That's why they have to fight.
Right. Because there's only one chosen one. This budgie is too cute and I like him.
I like his buck teeth. Even though I have doomed him to just get bullshit and nonsense happen to him.
Good.
I also have he's one of the characters that canonically cannot read.
Ah, gotcha.
I have a couple of characters like that. There was like a want ad for like recruiting soldiers, and he had to ask someone what it said when he was first introduced.
I appreciate a fantasy or otherwise medieval setting book where they actually bring that up.
I have like at least 4 characters that can't read.
Yeah.
Out of the chosen ones. There's this guy, there's like a beggar kid, and he can't read. And then the witch in training befriends a kid who like grew up in isolation and lived in the woods. They're basically this kid from the woods is basically Goku.
Good.
So they can't read. And then there's another kid who's a servant that can't read.
Good.
But he's gonna get picked to deliver some letters for the princess because he can't read.
Good. That's a good career.
He doesn't know what they say.
Nope. Finished reading a good fairy tale over
Admiral
the past
Bunch
week.
is saying low weight, high reps with weights 12 to 15 reps 3 times, but mostly my workout consists of carrying my daughter like a spoiled princess and flying her like a plane.
That is true.
That's fair.
That's true.
I have been doing between 10 and 20 reps for each exercise. And when I can do 23 times in a row without being sore the next day, I increase the weight and do 10 with a higher weight.
Cool. Because I cannot increase the weights anymore, I am up to doing 3 reps of 45, which just is a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I do need to go up at least one more weight, so I'm not just doing the same rep over and over and over and over again forever.
Yeah.
It's starting to take too long now.
And then my buddy Kevin and I, we do running on Friday mornings.
Right.
And before that, do walking lunges.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And my inner thigh, like hip flexors were really tight and weak. So after getting them looked at, I was told I should do more like side to side leg exercises.
Gotcha.
So we added in sideways lunges, and Jesus fucking Christ, those are hard.
Yeah, those are real hard. Those will make you real sore too.
Yeah. I was sore for like 2 days after doing them the first time.
Yeah. I was also told to try and stretch out my hip flexors more because, when you sit in a chair and write or draw all day, you need to.
Yeah, your hip flexors don't like that.
No, that's real bad for them. So I have been doing my high kicks again.
Also pigeon pose.
Oh yeah.
Is good for your hip flexors.
Yeah.
But yeah. I keep meaning to do yoga, but the problem is there's not enough room in my apartment for me to do yoga.
Right.
And so I have to go to a place to do yoga.
Right.
And well, what if instead
What if you didn't have to go anywhere?
More?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you never had to go anywhere? That would be great.
Yeah.
Finished watching Our Flag Means Death. Very
good.
Very, very good.
I like them pirates.
I do like them gay pirates.
At the end, when Blackbeard is putting together his new crew.
Yeah.
I was watching it with the anime Discord I'm in.
Oh, good.
And Blackbeard keeps Jim and Frenchie. And I was like, see? Because they're the best characters.
Yep.
Blackbeard knows what's up.
Blackbeard definitely knows what's up.
Kept the 2 best characters.
Yep.
I love Frenchie. He won me over with cats are witches and they have knives in their feet line.
And then, obviously, Jim is the best as well.
Yeah. I just feel like the internet doesn't give Frenchie. I just feel like the internet doesn't give Frenchie enough love.
No, not at all.
And also while watching it with the anime Discord I'm in, there's the part where the Swede has scurvy.
Yep.
And he coughs and a Frenchie moves away from him and they're like,
that's very good.
Scurvy's not contagious like that. And I was like, Frenchie, a few episodes ago, said women have crystals instead of organs.
Yes.
So
Frenchie's not up on how this works.
Yeah. Frenchie knows how to run a pyramid scheme, doesn't know germ theory.
No. Man, Frenchie's pyramid scheme was very good.
Yes.
Frenchie would be taking all them NFT boys and taking them on a run for the money if he was around these days.
And I like that he gave it to all the servants and they're like, we'll claim to be Nigerian princes.
Correct. I do like that show a lot. I also like that Lucius is very good at breakups.
I also really like, there was a historian that tweeted about the show.
Oh, yeah?
He said that they really appreciate that the show is only accurate to the year that it takes place in when it is funny. They don't let that, that get in the way of things being funny.
No.
And they pointed out that the real Izzy Hands at the time that the story takes place would be 16.
Good.
And
which honestly makes his behavior even better.
I was kind of like, that actually makes Izzy Hands' behavior better. Yes. Because his obsession of like the image of Blackbeard, if it
Yes.
was from a 16-year-old,
100% accurate.
would make a lot of sense. But I understand that they said like, no, he should be older so we can have homoerotic jealousy.
Yes. Just like Calico
I
Jack.
appreciate that they went with that.
Yeah. Also, Lane's a big, I think I mentioned this before, Lane's a big naval historian kind of guy.
Yeah.
And the very first episode we were watching it, he was like, I love the show. Don't get me wrong. Like, this is a great show. And I know that the whole point is not naval accuracy, but also no one has ever sailed that ship that they're on. It's just out there in the ocean. Nobody's adjusting any of the sails. There's no tacking. Like, the ship is just a boat, like a modern boat that's just gonna go where it's pointed, I guess. And I'm like, yeah, this is not the show for naval accuracy.
You do occasionally get shots of button steering.
Yeah. But like nobody's adjusted the sails, so I don't know what wind they're sailing into.
I like Button mourning his seagull.
Yes. I mean, Button's kind of won me over from the beginning because I was like, this man is a crazy Scotsman with a bird on his head. Obviously, I love him.
It was funny because the episode
bird
where
on
the bird
head solidarity.
The episode where the bird dies.
Yeah.
Like toward the end of it, one of the people in the anime Discord were like, "Is he naked?
Yes.
When did he get naked?" And I was like, "He's been naked the entire episode."
Yes, literally since the beginning. The first shot is him naked.
Yeah, with his bird.
With his bird. My phone popped up the other day to say that 7 years ago I was out for a walk and I had Meg on my head, on a leash, of course, because otherwise she would fly away. But yep, living that bird on the head lifestyle. It's a good life if you don't weaken.
I also really like Steed's wife's friend with the eye patch.
Oh God, she's the best.
Just instantly, so good. She comes up and is like, "Murder's a natural cause."
Do you mean to murder your husband? I know that he's back, and that's not good.
She's like, "Good. I like this lady's whole energy."
Yep. I love her ostentatiousness. I love that she's embraced the whole eye patch thing. I love that she lives with a giant
I like that she randomly has a pet jaguar.
Yep. I love Steed's final fuckery. It's very good.
Yep.
That was a very good fuckery.
I love his Steed's wife being like, "It's how he would have wanted to have died."
Yes, correct. So good. Did you see there was a TikTok of somebody had left their mom watching, like, binging Our Flag Means Death the night before. She came down in the morning, her mom was, like, having coffee. And just the first thing she looks up and is like, he went back to his wife? I can't believe it. She's like, I know.
Yeah, when it revealed that he went back to his wife in the anime Discord, they were like, why?
Yeah, neither of them wanted that.
Well, it's because he felt bad because they didn't know where he was.
Yes.
Like
the whole "you're dead" thing kind of got to him.
Yeah, I understand why he went back because he thought they were worried about him. Mm-hmm. He did not realize that they do not give a shit about him.
Also, he just had a breakdown because a man had killed himself trying to kill him, and he was like, "Oh, I can't be here right now."
So, actor who plays dude that accidentally killed himself.
Yes.
Personally, I hope in season 2 it's revealed that actually there were triplets and there was another brother.
I hope so too. I hope there's just an infinite number of them.
And it just keps happening,
yes.
where they keep dying by accident.
Yes.
But that actor who plays him is gonna be in a really weird looking horror movie.
Oh, good.
He plays an entire town of people.
Good.
Because like the lady thinks like she's being followed, And
but it's just this one spirit that's all him.
It's like one actor is playing the entire town to like
good
feed her paranoia stuff.
Good. Have you seen the trailer for the Weird Al story?
No, I have not, but I do know Daniel Radcliffe is playing Weird Al.
He looks it's so weird because he looks exactly like Weird Al, but also exactly like Daniel Radcliffe, and it's a little disconcerting. But also, he has made no attempt to sound like Weird Al, so it's just Daniel Radcliffe is Weird Al now.
Have you seen A Young Doctor's Notebook?
No.
It stars Daniel Radcliffe and John Hamm.
Cool.
And it's supposed to be John Hamm is a doctor in Moscow who is writing down like his experience as a doctor in rural Russia.
Okay.
Right before the Russian Revolution breaks out.
Ooh, yep. That's gonna be a whole thing.
So it's like John Hamm is the narrator, and Daniel Radcliffe plays the younger version of John Hamm's character.
Oh, interesting.
And so you sometimes have them interact because like it's him commenting on his younger self.
Right.
And like
and his younger
self. His younger self is like, you are deluding yourself or whatever, or like,
right.
How could you say that? Like reacting to John Hamm being more detached from the situation.
Right.
And so
that's cool.
It's very funny because it's like he's this guy who's fresh out of medical school, knows all his cool doctoring things.
Yeah.
And this is like the hospital that is in between 5 different rural towns in Siberia.
Right.
And all of those towns are like 30 miles away.
Yeah.
And the hospital is there because that's the middle point of all those 3.
Yes. If it was further away from any of them, somebody would be getting screwed over.
And so it's stuff like someone comes in for a sore throat, and because he knows more than whatever like the previous country doctor was, kind of seems like the country doctor like gave up trying to convince the country folk of like modern medical practices. Because someone comes in, has a sore throat, asks for like just some cough drops, and he looks them over and tells them, "You have syphilis." And they're like, "What?" And he's like, "We need to do all these things for you." And they're like, "Can't you just give me a throat lozenge?" Like,
yeah.
So then he finds out like 70% of one of the villages has syphilis.
I'm just like, oh, this is a problem.
And he like is trying to like be like, "No, I can't give you a throat lozenge. You have syphilis."
Yeah.
But
they're like, I don't want to have to deal with having syphilis.
Yeah.
I just want to go home to my crops.
Yeah. And it's like him and 2 other people, like in the hospital for years on end.
Yep.
But it's very funny.
I like how Daniel Radcliffe was like, I still want to act, even though I don't need to with my Harry Potter money, but I will only do stuff that is interesting to me, and it's going to be some weird shit.
Yeah.
I respect that.
I respect that it's really him in BoJack Horseman.
Yes.
And I just love Daniel Radcliffe shouting, "It's for charity," and him BoJack responding like, "By the way, your girlfriend has a stripper name." Like,
yes. Have I told you about the bizarre cellular network commercials that are on in Canada right now?
no.
I'm trying to remember the name of the voice actor for BoJack Horseman, but that's just his actual voice. That's just what he sounds
Will
like.
Arnett.
Will Arnett. Yeah, they just got Will Arnett to do these cell phone ads, but it's not as Will Arnett, it's as BoJack Horseman. And only in the first commercial did he ever say, "And I'm BoJack Horseman, blah 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 blah." So the rest of the time you come onto the radio and it's just Will Arnett going like, "Cellular service, blah 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 blah. I'm here to advertise to you. Also, I'm a horse." And like if you do not have the context of BoJack Horseman, you're just like,
him being BoJack Horseman, you don't know why Will Arnett is saying that he's a horse.
yes, it's just very confusing.
You know who else Will Arnett plays?
Hmm.
Calico Jack in Our Flag Means Death.
Good. Good.
It's Will Arnett under all that mustache.
Oh my god. I mean, the voice. Yeah, the voice. Well, that was a lot of mustache.
Yeah. There.
I also really like Calico Jack as the scoundrel ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
I knew what character he was the moment he wandered on the ship.
Yeah. I mean, he's good at that.
Yep.
And that's also a good historical pirate to pick because
oh god, yes.
He knocked up 2 pirate ladies.
Yep. He's the scoundrel.
Speaking of Will Arnett, during Joe's wedding, I was sharing a hotel room with Bones.
Oh yeah.
And showing them the various YouTubers that I like.
Good, good, good.
One of which is a guy who goes by Skip Intro on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
And he made a series about propaganda in TV shows. But he also is the reason why I watch Succession. Because he has a video that Succession is really about climate change.
Fascinating.
His thesis is that like Succession is about a family with infinite wealth dealing with the few problems that infinite wealth cannot buy them out of. One being climate change, and the other is the failing health of their bodies. But while he's explaining Succession, his explanation is what made me think of it. And he was like, his explanation is what made me watch Succession. And he said, it's Arrested Development with Mad Men vibes. And he goes, and even describing it like that is doing it disservice. But Kendall is Michael, so-and-so is Lindsay, Roman is Job. Like he just goes through.
Like, okay, I need to watch this now.
Cast members relates to a cast member of Arrested Development.
Good. And you're like, I'm in. I'm sold.
Yeah, I'm sold. Kieran Culkin is Job in a slightly more serious show.
I would do Jim cosplay. Not that I ever cosplay at cons because I'm usually just like exhibiting at them, but I would find a local show to go to and wander around as Jim.
I was thinking about if there is one character, like if I ever decide to cosplay any character, I would probably cosplay as Rohan from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, nice.
Just because his outfits are very on point.
Yep.
And comic artist themed.
Yeah. Yes. Also, because I'm a giant nerd, I would put together a cyberpunk cosplay and go as V. I need to find something to cosplay at because I can't scratch my usual itch by going to a LARP and dressing up.
Did you finish Cyberpunk?
Yeah, several times.
Okay.
I've gotten all endings except the bad one, and I want to go through and play the bad ending as my corporate guy. I made a new character so that I could get the male-only romances. So I made the very prettiest boy that I could. And that's fun. It's been fun. But he's a corporate background instead of a street kid background like I played before. So it's a very different vibe. And it feels like a different character because they have a different voice actor for the male and female V, of course. Mm-hmm. And I didn't like his voice at first, but it's growing on me. Not that he's a bad voice actor or anything, it just wasn't the voice I was used to, and it took some adjustments.
An anime that you should watch is Spy Family.
Oh, yeah?
Forget if I told you about this last week or not. Spy Family there is a spy who needs to get info from a politician that is very reclusive, and he only socializes with strangers if they're at events for the prestigious private school he sends his children to.
Oh, I think you did tell me about this one.
Yes. So the spy has to acquire a child and enroll them in this prestigious academy.
Right, so that he can then come in and talk to this guy.
Yes. So he adopts a girl from a sketchy orphanage.
Good.
And doesn't know that this girl is the product of a government experiment, so she can read minds.
Good, yes.
So she immediately knows that he's a spy.
Yes.
But she thinks that's rad as shit because she's obsessed with the spy cartoon.
Nice, good. She's like, hell yeah, I'll be your pretend child.
But she doesn't tell him that she knows.
Or that she can read minds.
Yeah. Then prestigious school is really conservative, so he needs to now acquire a wife.
Yeah.
And he runs into the other main character, who is a lady that is a deadly assassin.
Good. I like when an assassin and a spy can raise a psychic child.
But she overhears her colleagues talking about how weird it is that she doesn't have a boyfriend and she's over 25. And it's weird that she lives alone as a woman who is unmarried. And like,
son, you're taking your lives in your hand if you should talk to this assassin woman.
And then one of their other coworkers like got targeted by the secret police because she also fits these criteria.
Uh-oh.
So Assassin Lady
is gender non-conforming.
The Assassin Lady is all like, I need to acquire a pretend boyfriend or a pretend husband.
Hey, look, this guy needs a pretend wife.
Perfect. And so while she's getting her dress fixed, he is getting outfits tailored for Psychic Child.
Good.
Psychic Child. They sort of. He sort of ends up staring at her, or like she catches him like looking her over, and asks him why, and he smoothly recovers that it was just because she's so pretty. So she's like, maybe I can talk him into being my pretend boyfriend for this party that I have to go to.
Good.
And then Psychic Kid comes out and she's like, oh shit, he's married, never mind. But because little girl can read minds and sees that they have similar goals, little girl just bursts into, oh, woe is me, a child with no mother.
Good. Come, assassin, be my mother now in this sham marriage.
So then he's like, are you willing to so they come to agreement. He's like, I'll pretend to be your boyfriend at this party if you come to this interview and pretend to be my wife. But then when he goes to the party, he accidentally fucks up and says that he's her husband. So now all her coworkers think that she's married.
Right.
And
they're like,
and
you've been hiding this from us all along.
And then she is like, long term pretending to be his wife might be advantageous. So they like decide to continue to be fake married.
Good.
It's delightful.
Good. I think I am about done for this evening.
Well, same here. I am drawing this fight. I think I mostly got it down, so I should be able to finish it tomorrow.
Cool.
But if you want to peek at my screen.
Nice.
They're like doing training.
Good training montage.
Thanks everyone for watching us.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us and listening to our our deep exploration of the homoerotic themes of Beastars.
Kevin is in my chat saying, you know who can also read minds? Edward from Twilight. Winky smiley face. He can read minds. Thanks everyone for watching. We will both be back next week, but I will be back tomorrow streaming with my co-host Joe.
Hell yeah.
So I'm sure that other nonsense will be talked about on the stream with Joe. But thanks everyone for coming by. Once again, you can find my stuff at kelmcdonald.com.
And you can find my stuff at alenapete.com or weargeek.com. I'll chat with you all next week. And I got Trash Heroes on Friday, so come check us out 3 p.m. PST if you like some weird D&D.
Laters.
See ya.
Bye.